Pre-dawn haze reveals steel shapes, horizon swallowed by approaching Allied armada unstoppable. Olmsson steadies ice binoculars, breath frosting, pulse hammering against bunker concrete walls. Dark water transforms into steel highway, ships merging into one marching horizon. Rangefinder ticks distances, numbers swell beyond doctrine, beyond war-game German expectations entirely. Radio crackles, open fire, orders arrive colder than channel winds this morning. First 210mm shells arc seaward, splashes tiny against gathering leviathan of ships. Battery roars, ritual shudders floors, men flinch, resume practiced motions amidst thunder. Searchlights die, dawn bleaches sky, silhouettes harden into layered naval phalanxes advancing. He whispers futile arithmetic, barrels versus battleships, courage versus factories, rising inexorably. USS Nevada answers, orange bloom stamps seawater. Observation slit glows infernal bright. Shockwave rattles periscope, just rains. Someone laughs, then apologizes, trembling into silence. Olmsson marks times, bearings, impacts, pencil gouges paper like shrapnel under strain. He remembers propaganda posters, now sea itself wears Allied insignia in multitudes. Far cruisers trade salvos, nearer destroyers herd landing craft like sheepdogs tirelessly. Air becomes taste of cordite, salt, and unconfessed private dread this hour. A lookout vomits quietly, sergeant pretends not to notice, keep your post. Phones shatter, higher command absent, decisions slide downward like wet gravel today. Spittle calculates inland, maps flower with pins, then wilt beneath reality unfolding. Ruger's memo echoes, we prepared last war, they brought next, to Normandy. Paratroopers reported ours earlier, now sea delivers the rest relentlessly to shore. Barrage lifts, distant beaches flicker. Concrete kisses explosives, sand geysers bloom everywhere. He notes Corey sinking, triumph tastes thin, metallic, almost imaginary against multitudes. Incoming again, duck count, report, ritual keeps fear domesticated, temporarily for duty. Low clouds tear open, bombers materialize. Sky becomes conveyor belt of doom. 14,000 sorties promised, today he believes every impossible number made flesh. Allied gunnery walks inland, hedgerows quiver. Bunkers tighten like jaws around fear. Mortarmen cough smoke, medics run bent, chaplain grips rosary hard, whispering prayers. Olmsson recalls training films, none showed horizons erased by steel and thunder. Ammunition ledger bleeds red, requests denied. Trucks stranded beyond bombardment churning roads. He tastes coffee grounds, considers honesty. Writes, invasion unstoppable, numbers overwhelming now. Shell splinters kiss helmet, world narrows to breath, pencil, duty and witnesses. Signal flare rises, counter-battery attempts. Reply arrives like planetary alignment, indifferent crushing. Over Omaha, smokestacks spiral, silhouettes stagger. Surf drinks crimson quietly again. Voices on net blur, dialects mix, panic suppressed by protocol drilled hard. A cruiser's broadside stamps punctuation across arguments of coastal artillery and pride. Men reload mechanically, souls lag behind, crawling through yesterday's certainties toward ruin. He searches for Rommel, hears only gulls and mathematics of defeat arriving. Maps curl in damp, Ink migrates like refugees seeking safety from truth. Batteries long coast report. Targets countless. Headquarters replies, hold positions until night. Sun claws higher, smoke becomes weather. Horizon a single iron sentence declared. He imagines factories breathing, ships as syllables in transatlantic language of inevitability. Seaward camera pans, tides push carcasses. Gulls argue over splinters and rations. An aide requests heroism, Olmsson offers accuracy, the lonelier courage today instead. Artillery tubes glow, crews swap gloves, Kin remembers every hot handle scar. Destroyers knife closer, their 5-inch barks discipline shoreline into compliance with terror. Airbursts lace clouds, fragments whistle. Time fractures into staccato survivals between salvos. He writes home mentally, deletes sentences. Keeps only weather and health reports. A runner trips, message intact, paper creased like aging knuckles gripping fate. Somewhere a dog barks, absurd, impossible. Men grin despite themselves, then reload. Quincy trades thunder, Tuscaloosa answers. Nevada speaks final, undeniable authority over water. He counts landing craft, loses count, silence between numbers grows heavy rapidly. Stukas do not arrive, Luftwaffe grounded by weather, fuel, inevitability and distance. Telephone sputters, reserve commit, pause, negative, lines click, morale dims toward gray. Close up, trembling thumb smears graphite. Field notebook becomes confession of this morning. Incoming naval star shells bloom, world bathes in alien daylight over ruined embrasures. He whispers names of guns, vows to keep them speaking through dusk. Ammunition hoist jams, wrench, curse, sweat falls like small surrender onto steel. An order misheard, salvo short, foam leaps where friendlies advance, hearts sink. He sees medics waiting, white armbands become targets to chaos and spray. Camera tracks shoreline, hedgehogs, mines, obstacles carve murderous geometry against landing columns. He prays for fog, receives clarity, crueler gift than blindness this dawn. Someone mutters Stalingrad, others spit, comparisons feel suddenly provincial before the channel. Machine gun nests chatter, ship guns answer. Physics selects today's widows with indifference. He remembers a farm, pigs, apples, imagines them shelled to silence forever. Counterattack proposals die, maps disagree. Fuel and men already mortgaged to yesterday. Overlord lives its cod name, overlap, overload, overrun. Language surrenders nuance under shellfire. He watches chaplain bless gun, ritual humanizes iron, briefly, tenderly before thunder. A plane spirals down, cheer rises, shame follows, uninvited companion to victory. He feels century turning, gears meshing far beyond Normandy's hedgerows into destiny. Bunker light flickers, generator coughs, shadows march across plotting table like infantry. Navy smoke screens billow, coastline redraws. Gunners argue with vanishing targets angrily. He counts seconds between salvos, knows batteries dying by rhythm and silence. Headquarters asks situation, he answers, observing end, beginning simultaneously here at dawn. Camera cranes above trenches, ants of history crawl, carrying destines toward surf. A ladle of soup cools, gun crew forgets to eat during barrages. He times waves ashore. Each minute births regiments, doctrine, inevitability in sequence. A runner smiles wildly. We hit destroyer. He nods, unconvinced by fate. Chalkboard packed with bearings, space vanishes like coastline under tide of steel. He wonders whether mercy survives under logistics, answers himself. Rarely these days. Overhead, thunderbolts howl, strafing stitches roadways. Dust leaps in terror and fury. Allied flags unseen, industry flies them. Its anthem pounds shoreline without pause. He thinks of Corey's wake, remembers survivors' hands like gulls grabbing air. Barrage returns heavy, concrete judders. Teeth click like castanets under sustained punishment. Medical post overflows, morphine whispers. Stretcher handles lacquered with blood and salt. He signs another report. Hold, pen tip punctures, weary paper for emphasis. A shell lands short, bunker breathes dust. Lamp sways hypnotically above maps. He studies tide tables. Invasion reads them too, perfectly, mercilessly this morning. Close up, cracked lips, voice hoarse, still he reports with precision under fire. An adjutant jokes badly, laughter releases pressure valves for seconds before dread. Camera sweeps the armada, orchestra swells. Inevitability becomes visual doctrine for history. Smoke eats sunlight, colors drain, film stock turns monochrome inside mines today. He hears church bells inland, imagines weddings postponed by thunder and smoke. A wounded gun barks once more, crew cheers. Barrel droops, sighing afterwards. He files final correction. Truth hurts less than comforting lies men prefer. Camera tilts skyward. Contrails write paragraphs across Europe's closing chapter this day. Ships keep arriving, patience of factories made visible upon water without end. He understands scale, courage necessary, mathematics decisive, history unsentimental to the bone. Sun lowers slightly, still morning, time elongated by percussion and fear itself. He lays binoculars down, horizon remains, confession finished, battle continuing without him. He writes last line, we fought factories, silence signs the page afterward.